chapter 1. I'm going to do a review question with you guys, okay, from the book. This should help you with your assignment where you're supposed to find an article and do like the who, what, where, when, why, how, and identify the variables, right, if they're categorical or quantitative. If they're quantitative, you should be coming up with the units. So let's take a look at a question from the book as an example. So let's take a look at that. This is question number 18. It says, flowers. In a study appearing in the journal Science, a research team reports that plants in southern England are flowering earlier in the spring. Records of the first flowering dates for 385 species over a period of 47 years show that flowering has advanced an average of 15 days per decade, an indication of climate warming according to the authors. Okay, so we'll be kind of bouncing back and forth. Let's take a look. I've kind of got it set up already. It says practice question, who, what, when, where, why, and how. Okay, and then whatever we get for the what, we're going to put that as our quantitative and categorical variables. Okay, so who, when it says the who, that's not really talking about the researchers. That's actually talking about, like, who do we care about? Okay, we care about, in this case, the flowers. Okay, that's what they're studying, is the flowers. Do we know how many flowers? It says 385 species over a period of 47 years. Depending on the problem, generally speaking, how I like to kind of view it, you're researching 385 species of flowers. But over time, like every year, it's probably not the same exact flower. So what you'll see some people, some studies, some questions do, is take that 385 and multiply it by the 47 years, because every year there's 385 and then 385, 385, 385, 385, 385. And so they call it, that's how many cases, like that's how many like records they would have. We're just going to say 385 species of flowers because that's kind of what, to me at least, makes the most sense and shows that you kind of know what's being studied. They're studying a variety of 385 flowers, okay? So let's note that down. How do they word that species? Flowers, I guess, huh? So what are they studying about them? Okay, it looks like they're studying what? They're studying when they flower. Is there anything else they're studying about them? I'm assuming they're cataloging which flowers, and then they're cataloging the year that it happens, like how many days to flowering and the years that it happens. They're probably tracking that stuff too, over 47 years. So let's see what we know. Days to flower. Now, do we know the units? Yeah, days. So usually if you have units, you just throw them in parentheses, okay? The year of bloom, we'll call that year. And then we'll say species. Of flower. Now, species of flower has no units. That's going to be the categorical one. Okay. When did they do this? Did they discuss when they did it? Nope, we have no idea. Okay. Does it say where they did it? Southern England. Plants in Southern England. why did they do it? It looks like they were studying the effects possibly of climate change. Okay. Does it discuss how they did it? It doesn't. Okay. So we're going to go back to our what and place those into this little table here that's going to help keep things clear. So days to flower in the year of bloom. And then for categorical, that would be the species of flower. Okay. All righty then. Okay, we have days of flower, year of bloom are the quantitative variables, and a categorical variable is species of flower. All right, that is a way to answer this question right here. So it's going to be on you guys to take a look at your Canvas site, and I believe you are asked to find your own article, okay, and you're just looking for something like a couple sentences, okay, like a summary of the article, and that's going to be used to answer the questions just like I did with this practice problem right here. You don't have to have all the answers. Once again, you do not have to have all the answers. Look at that. I had two things that weren't given. That's okay. But it should still tell you what they're studying about that thing or those things, okay? And it should tell you why. Why are they studying this thing, okay? And generally they say when they do it. Generally they say where they do it. And many times they'll tell you how they do it, but they don't have to. If they briefly mention surveys or samples, things like that, you can throw that information in there, okay? But most importantly, I want you guys, okay, to look to find what's being studied, what about it's being studied, and then can you classify those things as either categorical or quantitative. If it's quantitative, can you come up with the units? You know, you might have to dig a little bit, but usually it's given there. All right? Have a great day. Bye.